may have an event coming up. It's called J.W. Shepherd Scholarship Fund Auto Extravaganza, 4th Annual J.W. Shepherd Scholarship Fund Auto Extravaganza, 406 East Trinity Avenue, Durham, North Carolina, at American Legion Post number 7, May 31st, 2025, 9 o'clock a.m. to 1 o'clock p.m. Registration fee is a cash donation. We have refreshments on site, participants' choice trophies, long distance trophy, people's choice trophy, ATL, plenty of trailer parking, a plethora of area hotels. J.W. Shepherd, 4th Annual J.W. Shepherd Scholarship Fund Auto Extravaganza, May 31st, 2025, 9 o'clock a.m. to 1 o'clock p.m. 406 East Trinity Avenue, Durham, North Carolina.
Robert Gregory. I'm from Chesterfield, New Jersey. I recently bought the car about 2 years ago, but prior to buying this car, I had a 78 Malibu that I built in hopes to sell that to be able to buy a Pro Street 55 that I've wanted since my father had one when I was 5 years old. And I sold my Malibu out in York, Pennsylvania 2 years ago, and I was fortunate enough, I don't know if you know him, Mike Pisano with a 57 Pro Street Chevy. He sent me pictures of this car, said it wasn't for sale, but I should look at it because it's a very nice build. So the following year, I saw this car drive into York, Pennsylvania car show, and it did not have a for sale sign in it. So I pestered the guy all weekend, and I finally ended up buying the car from him the following week. And he had only owned the car for about a month prior to that. He bought the car from a Baracus Brothers out in New York, who did the body, the frame. Basically, as you see it, I just tore it apart and gave it a bunch of updates to get with today's times.
Okay, like what? What have you done?
We redid the plumbing on the car. We rewired the complete car. New fuel injection system from Holley. Redid the interior. Took a bunch of suspension components out in the rear end to repowder coat them, change the tires and wheels, seat belts. I mean, the only thing that I kept from the car basically was the body and the chassis.
Okay.
Everything, and the motor, and everything else was updated.
So what's under the hood?
It's a 509.
Okay.
Kinsler mechanical electronic fuel injection with a tunnel ram with an injector hat on top. And I actually just got the car running a couple days ago, so this is its first time out. So far, so good.
Okay. Hey, long as it well. Speaking of so far so good, it was sounding good when it came in because I got it on video. Okay.
Thank you.
Hey, is there any way we can take a look at the engine?
We can.
Okay.
We can.
Now, tell me about this. You know anything about why that was done? I like it though.
They just wanted something different.
Okay.
It kind of stood out.
Okay.
So they hand fabricated it out of steel. There's no fiberglass in the hood. It's all hand.
Thanks for not painting the bumper. Oh yeah, she looking good, boy. Oh God.
It's a little dirty, but
it's all business up on here though. It's all business. This is a tube chassis.
Yes, sir. It's a 6.0 cert. The only way, well, not cert for 6.0 right now is because of the weight, but it is double frame rail, chrome moly chassis.
And you just got it for the street?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now, with all the effort that it takes for Pro Street, this is a lot of work. You got a lot of power. Why Pro Street?
I grew up in 70s and 80s, and I was just around it, and I just love it.
Okay.
They don't ride the greatest, but it's just about sitting behind the wheel and cruising as the sun sets and just enjoying it.
Okay. All right, and tell me about the rear end on this car, transmission and stuff.
It's a turbo 400 trans.
Okay.
And it's a fabricated, or no, it's not. Let me take that back. It's a Ford 9-inch.
How much? What kind of gear?
430 gears.
Okay.
It's a strange spool, strange gears. There's Sanders rear wheels and Weld front wheels.
Okay. And what size tire you got on the back of this thing?
It's 33, 21 and a half, 15.
Wow, they look thick, boy. They look thick.
They are. I found that out when I went to change them. I had to take the whole rear out of the car to get a tire out.
Oh boy, I wouldn't want to do that again.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
It's under there low enough.
And see, look at all that extra work that a Pro Street guy has to do just to change the tire.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And tell me about these hood hinges, man. I like these.
I'm not sure where they came from. I don't know if they're
Eddie
Motorsports or there is another company out there, but I'm not sure. That I do not know.
Okay. Well, look, thanks for taking your time out to tell me about your car. All right, we have an event coming up called Pro Street Day. Pro Street Day. 148 East Main Street, Youngsville, North Carolina. Pro Street Day. November 8th, 2025. 148 East Main Street, Youngsville, North Carolina. From 9 o'clock a.m. to 3 o'clock p.m. Pro Street Day. We're going to have a live band. We will have a live band. We got plenty of trailer parking, a plethora of area hotels. We'll have food trucks. We'll have vendors. We'll have a restroom. We'll have a participant's choice trophy, a long distance trophy, a people's choice trophy. 148 East Main Street, Youngsville, North Carolina. And we will have the baddest Pro Street, a 6-foot baddest Pro Street trophy. Pro Street Day, 148 East Main Street, Youngsville, North Carolina. Big tires, big motors. Pro Street up one side, Pro Street down the other. 148 East Main Street, Youngsville, North Carolina. November 8th, 2025. At 3 o'clock, we'll have a parade line up. A parade line up at 3 o'clock p.m. We'll caravan from Ronnie White to 252 South Town Circle. We'll caravan from Ronnie White to Paisano's 252 South Town Circle. That will be the parade. It's a 7.3-mile parade. Pro Street Day parade. 3 o'clock. All makes and models welcome. Pro Street Day. 148 East Main Street, Youngsville, North Carolina. 9 o'clock a.m., 3 o'clock p.m. Rain date. The rain date is November 15th, 2025. 9 o'clock a.m., 3 o'clock p.m. Pro Street Day. 148 East Main Street, Youngsville, North Carolina. to the channel. Welcome back to the channel. Please subscribe to the Caitlin Classic YouTube channel. We just want to let you know we have an event coming up. It's called the Caitlin Classic Food Drive. The Caitlin Classic Food Drive will be April 13th, 2025, 148 East Main Street, Youngsville, North Carolina. April 13th, 2025, 148 East Main Street, Youngsville, North Carolina. From 1 o'clock p.m. to 4 o'clock p.m. We're collecting non-perishable food items for those in need. 148 East Main Street, Youngsville, North Carolina. April 13th. Okay. We'll be right back.
Okay, if you have a wristband, you can grab it for him and put it right back. They don't want you to know. If you can grab it. No, I understand, but they're not going to let you.
I'll give it to you. You're old enough to drink. I'm just joking. All right.
Have a good one, guys.
Take a bath?
Yeah, you can.
I'm just joking. I'm just messing with you. I'm just. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the channel. Please subscribe to the K-Lane Classics YouTube channel. Just want to let you know we have an event coming up called the 3rd annual J.W. Shepherd Higher Education Auto Fair. 2349 Cameron Langston Road, Bristol, North Carolina. 2349 Cameron Langston Road, Bristol, North Carolina. Savannah Free Will Baptist Church. August 16th, 2025. 9 o'clock a.m. to 3 o'clock p.m. AC in the Fellowship Hall. Registration fee is a cash donation. Plenty of trailer parking. Refreshments on site. Participant choice trophy. Dash plaques to the first 100 entries. Dash plaques to the first 100 entries. Participant choice trophy. Long distance trophy, pastor's choice trophy, members choice trophy, participant choice trophy, J.W. Shepherd Higher Education Auto Fair, 2349 Cameron Langston Road, Bristol, North Carolina. Savannah Free Will Baptist Church, 2349 Cameron Langston Road, Bristol, North Carolina, August 16th, 2024. Rain date will be 7 days later. And if it rain again, it'll be 7 days after that. 2349 Cameron Langston Road, Bristol, North Carolina. 3rd annual J.W. Shepherd Higher Education Auto Fair.
Hey, my name is Mike Pisano. This is my 57 Chevy. I've owned it for 47 years. I'm a local now, live in Myrtle Beach for the last 7 years, but I'm originally from New Jersey. This car was, when I bought it in 1978, was a junior drag race car. Guy ran it, and it used to go high 13s, low 14s, and he used it for about 5 or 6 years, and then kind of retired it in 71 or 72. I first saw this car when I was about 14 or 15 in this barn where my dad used to buy some hay and straw from the guy's father, and that's where he stored the car. And at that point, I really didn't know what a 57 Chevy was, how important they were. And so fast forward a little bit to when I was 20 years old, in February of 78, I decided I wanted to buy a 57 Chevy. Saw them in the magazines all the time. I figured I needed to get one of those. I already had a nice Chevelle in the driveway, but a 70 Chevelle. But this one here popped up, and I remembered, my brother and I remembered this guy had this car years before, and we went back, and sure enough, it was sitting there, no engine, no transmission, just like he had retired it off the drag strip. So we made a deal. I bought it. Back then I paid $1,800, I believe, which which was a lot of money in '78, but it had a brand new rebuild 283 that he had raced. And I kind of detuned it and put it on the street. With my brother's help, we put the motor and turbo 400 in it. So fast forward to 1984, I decided I went to a car show in Indianapolis. I saw the Pro Street 57, my first one I ever saw.
What year?
That was in 1980, I believe.
Okay.
But I saw the car in 80 or 81. And a couple of years later, I was talking to a friend of mine, another fellow club member had a 57 Chevy that I was talking to him just casually at a car show one day. I said, man, Joe, I saw this 57 and I want to do that to my car. And he's like, yeah, I can do that for you. We can do that. And I had no idea that he was able to do that. He's just a guy I knew, his good friend. He was a carpenter, welder. He could do anything, build cars. So sure enough, we made plans. Following winter in February of '84, it was, the car went into the body shop, or not a body shop, it went into his garage, and we proceeded to cut the back half of the car, frame off, narrowed it, custom widened the wheel wells 7 inches per side, all factory wheel tubs, used a stock gas tank. So it looks like almost like GM. It has a leaf spring suspension like GM designed, but he narrowed the springs under the frame. Gas tank is a factory 57. So it looks like that GM could have built this car right off the line, you know what I mean? So it's kind of racy looking, but it also has a stock factor to it. It's got a back seat. Back then in the 80s, nobody had back seats in these Pro Street cars. So that made it kind of unique also. So a couple of years went by. I had it painted in 79. I had it painted originally when I bought it to a dark blue. The paint was starting to get old. So in '86, I took it to a body shop locally to my house, and I was going to just strip it and repaint it. And so this has got lacquer from 1986. Came actually off of a Dodge Colt. That's the color code. And so we used that. And when we were there at the body shop, I decided that I wanted to put a metal hood scoop on the car. And one thing led to another. So that hood scoop was all built by hand. It's sort of a copy of a factory, fiberglass scoop. But he built it out of all steel. And I decided I wanted the front end to tilt. And he's like, well, then we just tilt the hood. It'd be a lot easier. So he designed a hydraulic system, a convertible top cylinders, with the motor for that is mounted under the front bumper. So that was a big major.
What year did y'all do that?
We did that in '86, and the car was in the body shop for about a year. So it went in '86, came out in '87, and so it's been painted since 1987. So this is again lacquer paint, and it's held up pretty well. The motor is this originally I had a 283 in it in '85. My brother had a big block Chevy. It's a 396 poured over, sitting in the garage, all fresh. So I decided after I tubbed it in '85, actually, I said, I want to put the big block in. So I ripped the front end off. Back in the same barn that I had bought the car out of. The guy was kind enough to give me a spot in the barn, and I was able to tear the front end off, and I put the big block in it in '85. So it's been in there since then, so 40 years. It features a very unique intake. It's an Edelbrock manifold.
Is that the one that's called the Tarantula?
Well, that's actually a Torker. But a Tarantula is very similar.
Okay.
Tarantula is more of a race manifold.
Okay, that's the square
port, right.
This is the oval port.
That's right.
Okay.
And they did make these for square ports, but the Tarantula was a little bit of a different design.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, it has the angle on the manifold for the carburetor. So I had a Holly on it for many years, and this is I'm probably going close to 20 years now. A friend of mine found these Weber carburetors out in California. I was looking to buy them. They were really expensive, and I'm like, to me, I couldn't spend like the $1,200-$1,300 to put the carburetors on there. But he found a nice set for pretty cheap, and we bought it. I popped them on there, and I haven't touched them probably in 20 years. I mean, every once in a while I adjust an idle. But
how did you think of this?
Well, I've seen them in, back then a lot of guys were buying it. They were putting them on blower motors. Like that adapter was designed basically to go on a small blower that would maybe keep it under a hood of a tall, like something, a taller, taller engine. It might fit under the hood. That way you can put two Weber carbs on it. But that was something you could buy complete. And this one happens to be polished. Carburetors are painted black with all chrome accessories. Something like that back in 20 years ago would have been probably $1,500–$1,800, just the way it sits, which is crazy. And I was fortunate to get it for a lot less than that.
And it drives good?
Yeah, it runs great. It doesn't run any better than a Holly, but it looks cool and it's maintenance free. Better than a Holly as far as that goes. Start it up, it runs, so I never had any issues with it. Thankfully.
That's the main thing. I mean, is it maintenance free?
Yeah, maintenance free. I mean, literally maintenance free. I changed 2 gaskets on each of them 10 years ago because it was dripping a little bit. Other than that, maintenance free. So anyway, that's a unique feature, but it does feature does have a set of metal block aluminum oval port heads on it with a comp cam. Nothing fancy, just a driver. Probably makes in the neighborhood of 400 horsepower, but it's just a driver. It's got a 12 bolt that we narrowed way back in '85, and that's got 355 gears in it. So with the Turbo 400, it makes for a decent cruising car, you know. But that's about it. She's a driver, and but she, like I said, it's been around the block. The interior. That was done in actually 1979 when I bought the car. I had the interior done.
In 79?
Yeah, the seats and the door panels were done in 79. I recently put a new rug in it. I had the headliner redone back in 87 when I had the car painted because the headliner was kind of bad. But yeah, the seats have been done since 1979.
Wow.
And old Sun tack on the dashboard. That's the original Sun from back in the day. I had that on my 69 Camaro in 1975. So that thing's, God knows how old that thing is.
Okay.
So yeah, it's
stuff you can't find now.
No, well, you can buy reproductions of those. They sort of look original, but that's an original one.
Right.
And somehow it still works.
Okay.
So other than that, you want to look at the trunk.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Like you said, the trunk features the 7-inch wide wheel wells that kind of look like a factory wheel well, only they're 7 inches wide.
How did y'all do that?
Well, we just cut them. I didn't. My buddy, I helped him, but he cut them off the car, off the side panel there, and we cut it and widened it 7 inches and put a piece of metal down in the middle of it.
And so it'll look like factory wheel well.
It looks like the inside part is all factory because of the curve and all that, so it looks like factory. And we were able to do that, and like I said, by narrowing the frame just the right amount, we were able to get the stock gas tank moved over into in the center of the car versus on the 55s and 7s, they're offset a little bit because the spare tire used to be right here, up and down.
Okay.
So we moved the gas tank in the center, and we were able to use that, which again, that gives it a whole factory type deal, and I don't have to worry about a fuel cell in the trunk or anything like that. In fact, the trunk, as you can see, has got a lot of stuff. There's a picture of it when I bought it. We towed it home actually with my brother's Chevelle, which is right there, right next to me.
Okay.
Anyway, that's it. The day we brought it home. This is a shot of it after it was tubbed. That was dark blue paint I had on it, but I had my buddy put some stripes on it in a weekend for me to kind of hide the paint was getting kind of old on it, even though it was just a cheap lacquer job I had done. And this is actually this is back in 1980, I believe, before it was tubbed. That's Miss Hurst. Linda Vaughn.
Yeah, I knew who that was.
That was pretty cool. That was at the Englishtown at the Summer Nationals, and she had a '57 Chevy. Was her favorite car. She had her first car was '57, so she was kind enough to take a picture with me with the car. And the stuff you see here is some pinstriping stuff that I do as a hobby, part-time stuff. I've been doing that for 35, 40 years, but I just display it here.
Okay.
That's about it.
Now look.
Almost to it. The gas tank is, like I said, it's painted the same color as the car, so it kind of looks kind of nice.
So
that's about it.
What I like about your car is it has a stock look.
Right.
And Pro Street look.
Right.
Like you still have a back seat, you still have a functional trunk.
Yep.
You have a gas tank, not a fuel cell.
Yeah, gas tank's in the factory spot right here. That's just like GM designed it. Wow. Yeah, that's what's really nice. Like I said, it's got these springs, so it drives. It rides pretty
And
much
what size tires you have on the back?
I have a 31.5 by 31 by 18.5 Mickey Thompson street radio on the back.
Okay.
With 15 by 14s, and I got a set of 15 by 6 up front. Village specialty street light wheels.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, let me ask you this.
What you're gonna do? And he says, I ain't putting that on the car.
Right.
It's wavy, and I'm not putting my name on it.
Right.
I'd have to put so
He
many.
had too much pride.
I have to put so many hours in that thing to make it look good. So he says, I can make you one out of steel. And that's how that happens. So that's basically a copy of the one from Harwood, only a little different design. But the top, it's all handmade metal. And you could look at you get a close up of that where it's molded into the hood. It looks like it was just done last week. I mean, it's unbelievable. And this thing's got a lot of miles, a lot of years. So he did a great job. And again, the paint job is getting close to 40 years old in a couple more years.
Wow. And if I could have one of your business cards, because
on the windshield, so that'd be cool.
And what transmission you have in it now?
Turbo 400.
You still got the 400. Okay.
Yeah. Nothing fancy.
I saw the shifter, and I thought you might have changed it to a stick car.
And that shifter is another. That's I bought that in '78. It's an auto stick one, they call it, from Hirsch. One of the first floor-mounted shifters that Hirsch ever built. And those things are priceless now. You can get like $1,000 for one of those things. Well, besides the ones that are already parked here. Yeah.
Got it in Myrtle Beach, and they brought it back to Myrtle. How you doing? My name is Richard. I'm from South Carolina, Myrtle Beach. I'm here with my 57 Chevy. Started this part about 18 years ago. It was a two-door hardtop when I started. I always wanted a convertible. And I had an opportunity to take this. I'm a metal worker, a fabricator. Try to do everything myself. And I said, you know what? I'm going to tear into this thing and I'm going to make it look like a convertible. Put a convertible side by side, you won't know the difference. That was my goal. But this is an open roadster. What I mean by that is, although a lot of the components that make this here convertible are on this here, it has no top. It's just an open roadster. And what I also decided to do on this one here, the original 57 Chevy frames, chassis, have an X. And I didn't want that extra. I have got a lot of items that are hidden on the car, and they're all underneath. So I designed and fabricated my own chassis. Made the design out, laid it out. I used a C4 Corvette front and rear suspension. So now it handles like a modern day car. No body roll around turns. This thing just, it's kind of a...
So you got independent rear suspension?
The Corvette.
Okay.
C4 Corvette. So there's no body roll on this. It's, like I said, this is just a point and shoot handling vehicle. Decided to put this here big block in here, just cheap horsepower, and just can't go wrong. But this is a Dart motor, custom block built by a fellow that used to be up in Connecticut. Unfortunately passed away. It was Big Al's Toy Box. He built this here motor, and along with two other ones that I have. The interior.
How many inches?
This is a 461 cubic inch, and
Okay.
adding on the motor on the dyno was at 600 horsepower.
Okay.
The interior, I wanted to get some colors that would match the.
All right, you can go ahead.
The interior on this here, as far as the seats are concerned, a modified 740 Volvo interior.
Okay.
It used to be a bench seat, but I wanted that bucket appearance, and created this here what I call the waterfall console. Which again, this was 18 years ago when I designed it. I noticed that a lot of.
So this is the 18-year build?
No, I built this
Okay.
18 years ago.
Okay,
What you're seeing
okay.
is 18 years old.
Okay.
So it's been radically customized as far as the seating arrangements of the 740. These here seats used to be a little bit higher with airbags and stuff. Now, massaged out. But beautiful handling car. Just a nice driver.
And all because you want a convertible, you made you a convertible.
Made a convertible. You can see the top of the frame over here.
Yeah.
Where the convertible is normally mounted to. Is all original convertible. So what I did was I found a upper part of the frame, grafted it in, got all the original stainless steel. And a lot of car guys don't do that. When they cut this here, this is all sheet metaled and then just molded in. They don't change the back panels over here, which is another part that on a convertible is a flat as opposed to the hardtop, which had a curve up to the back glass.
Okay.
So it's been changed in that respect. But side by side, you really can't tell too much of the difference. The wheels and tires on the car, these are 19s in the rear and 18s in the front, but look proportion to the car because of the low profile tire that I use.
Right. Well, they look like C4 wheels.
They are.
Okay.
Well, the wheels, I think they're C5s, but
Okay.
the suspension is C4.
Okay. All right. The reason why.
Okay. All right. Hey, okay.
We're just gonna walk over and get our good. Watch out, Robert.
You all right?
You quiet. You like a ninja. I know. No, I'm just telling you.
He said he drank twice as much gas as that 600 did. As good as that 600 did. Said I went looking everywhere I could find it.
Wow.
But it's hard to bite that. You know, like I said, it only burn half the gas of the V8 motor. They said 4 years is worth of it. He said, I ain't got no 70 mile an hour.
Come close as you know. It's burning.
You about to hit that Suburban.
My name's Roger West. I'm from Kershaw, South Carolina. I've had this car for 51 years. Got it when I was a young teenager. I'm 67 years old now. Built it from the ground up. It's been done for almost 25 years now. The car's been done. It's got a small block 400, 671 blower on it, TKO 600 5-speed overdrive transmission, 29 1850 tires on the rear, air conditioned, power steering, tilt wheel, power brakes. Just a good driver. I really enjoy messing with those cars. Well, when I got in the car, I was actually 16 years old when I got in the car. I had a 283 power pack in it with a Muncie 4-speed. We switched it over to a small Journal 327, had a pretty radical little cam, and I used to play with it a lot on the street. Tore quite a few differentials and rear ends out of it playing with it. Got married, parked the car for a few years, and then started restoring it, and it led to where it's at now.
Okay, now
Over a period of 13 years, it took me to get it to it.
of course, this is a never-ending battle. What year did you pro street the car?
Oh God, let me think back. I actually started on it in 1990.
It was hot
It was
back then.
painted in '94. I can't remember all the exact dates and what years. I remember I had to save my money to order the tires and wheels before I could do all my tubbing and all that kind of stuff. It took me about 3 months to save enough money to get to that point, and then just gradually buying pieces and building a little bit over time. That's the way I build it.
Okay, so why did you pro street it?
I always loved drag cars. I always loved it. I loved the pro street scene. That was a real hot thing going back in the late 80s and the 90s. That was a big deal back then, so I just decided to go that route with it. And everything I do now, I got to put big tires on it. I can't help it.
You hooked on it. The bug got
I
you.
love my big tires.
Okay,
Yeah.
and what kind of gear you have in the back of this one?
A 390.
390. Okay, that's not too much then.
No.
And is this a stick car?
Yep. It's
Okay.
got a TKO 600 5-speed in it.
Okay, so on
It
the
was
highway.
originally a Muncie 4-speed car.
Okay, so on the highway you can drop your RPMs and stuff.
Oh yes.
Okay.
Oh yes.
Okay.
Drop them a lot.
Okay.
I can drive it 80 miles an hour, which I know you ain't supposed to drive that fast, but on the interstate it'll just float and go.
Okay. Okay. Well, I'm happy to hear about that. Yeah. Thanks for telling me about it.
This tank, I made it. All I bought was the cap. I got more in having the cap chrome plated than I got the whole tank. All of these panels was handmade. All of this was handmade. All the pulleys on it was handmade. All the fan shrouds, all the throttle linkage brackets, all that stuff was made. I made all that myself. All these brackets here, back when I built this, they didn't offer a lot of stuff, so I made all these pieces here, these pulleys here, and that pulley down there. One of the guys I used to work with, he machined all that stuff for me.
Mm-hmm.
He's a car fanatic. He helped me build all of that stuff. All the bracketry here was made. The snout between the fan, all that custom made. Just all the tubing and stuff. I did all that myself. I didn't buy a kit. I built all of it myself. All the inner wheel wells had been remodified and made. And I did have a guy cut my hood because I was a little bit scared. He did that for me.
Mm-hmm.
He made this panel here. Then I went back and added some more into the inner wheel wells on it. But, yeah.
name's Tim Stone, and I'm from Greenville, South Carolina. And the truck is a 70 Dodge Sweatwire, and we purchased the truck probably about, let's say, 14 months ago. And we decided to do a Pro Street build. And actually, the motor, I bought the motor before. It's a 392 long. The motor is built by Richard Hartman, who tunes Tim Wilkinson's funny car in NHRA. So he built the engine. I bought it from him. Didn't have anything to put it in. And then my friend, Mike Porter, I bought the truck from him. So I decided to go Pro Street with it and use the engine in it. So we built a whole frame, whole chassis, everything hand built. Pretty much anything on the truck that's stock is only the body, cab, doors. I mean, that's pretty much it. Everything else pretty much custom. So it was a fun build. Enjoyed doing it. We did it in about a year. Me and one guy, Mike Lowe. Mike Lowe is the builder, designer. My son helped out. I had several friends help out with the build. Had Jeff Harvey do the interior. Guy named Matt Sturgill, he was really big help. He did the wire and brakes. Robert French, he did engine placement, helped me with the engineering. He did a lot of work on it. So, it was a fun build, but a lot of work.
Okay.
Glad it's done.
So why Pro Street?
Well, I heard a guy say probably 3 years ago, I was at a car show, and I heard a young man say to his dad, they were walking by me, and I heard him say, Pro Street is dead. It's gone. It's over. And I got to thinking about that, and I said, you know what? Pro Street is what I love. I said, man, I want to have it come back. I want to see it back. And you know, hopefully Pro Street lives on, because that's my number one favorite build on an automobile. I love Pro Street. Just always have.
So tell me some things that excite you about Pro Street.
Well, what I like is, if you notice, every car that's Pro Street actually looks like a toy car. It doesn't look like a real car. This, to me, looks like a toy car.
Yeah.
So that's one of the things I really like. I like heavily modified automobiles. I mean, I always have since I was a kid. If I was a kid and I drew a car, it looked like a Pro Street car. So that's always what I've loved, man. I just love it.
Well, I noticed your interior. It looks kind of OG, like original.
Yeah. Well, not really. I mean, that's the interior is. I got the idea to use some cow skin because I don't know. I just, I hadn't seen it in a lot of vehicles. I'm like, man, I want to do something different. Do something radical. So we did the cow skin, and that way we did, the stress leather with it. We figured it fit the truck pretty well. So,
Okay. Okay.
yeah.
All right. Well, look, thanks for telling me about your truck.
Like, he didn't know until he got to talking to him, and he figured out who I was.
We do all that guy's stickers. I got him in the show. Yeah. I said, man, you need to come to Run to the Sun. Set up a pretty warm.
Which sign y'all get? Sorry.
Let's go.
Look inside this thing.
Oh, I know.
That is some kind of bad.
That is bad.
That's something right there. That's awesome. I'm going to tell you that's awesome. I love that.
Now that's beautiful. Yes, sir. That's totally beautiful.
It's a 72 Nova. I bought the car from a good friend of mine. Actually got in a little bit of trouble with the law. It was going to be a race car, and the car was extremely rough. He needed some money and called me over. I went and looked at it, brought it home. Turns out the car, it didn't have any bumpers, no hood, no interior. The car was rough, really rough. Ended up totally from the ground up, built it all the way up. The whole front end's new, the top's new, the trunk lid's new, the left rear quarter's new.
Is
the
that a
rear
tube
tail-
chassis car?
No.
Okay, all right, all right, all right.
It's a back half.
Back
car.
half, okay, okay.
I redone all the wheel tubs on it. Put narrowed the rear end 4 more inches narrower than it had been narrow, but I narrowed it 4 inches more than it originally was.
Because you needed more tire?
Right. I did all the disc brake, all the tubular A-arms on it. It's got it's a 60 over 396.
Okay.
It's got a AFR ported heads, CNC ported. A lot for at the time I already had the engine, so I said, well, I can build it all up, and then later I could change the short block on it, and I could go maybe a 540, a 565, or something like that later.
Right.
But it runs extremely good now.
Right, and it's still a big block.
Yeah, it's got a big roller cam in it. The old girl sounds good. A lot of handmade stuff on it. The exhaust, I built all my own exhaust. A guy walks by a while ago and he said something like the NASCAR tips. I made them myself. They're not NASCAR tips. I wheel for a living. That's what I've done my whole life.
Right.
I fabbed all of that. I added extra roll cage stuff in it from what was originally in it. Fabbed a whole lot of the parts and fabbed a ton of parts on this car too.
Right.
A lot of stuff.
Right, right. And that's what makes it a reason when you make this stuff yourself.
Yeah, I can just keep showing you stuff on this one that's been handmade.
I'm up for that. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the channel. Please subscribe to the K-Lane Classic YouTube channel. We just want to let you know we have an event coming up called the 4th Annual Scholarship Fund Auto Extravaganza. 4th Annual Scholarship Fund Auto Extravaganza. May 31st, 2025 at the American Legion Post number 7. 406 East Trinity Avenue, Durham, North Carolina. 406 East Trinity Avenue, Durham, North Carolina. It'll be from 9 o'clock a.m. to 1 o'clock p.m. 9 o'clock a.m. to 1 o'clock p.m. 9 o'clock a.m. to 1 o'clock p.m. 406 East Trinity Avenue, Durham, North Carolina. Registration fee is a cash donation. We'll have refreshments on site, indoor dining facility, AC in the canteen. AC in the canteen. Come see us. 406 East Trinity Avenue, Durham, North Carolina. May 31st, 2025. 9 o'clock a.m., 3 o'clock p.m. American Legion Post number 7. We'll have participant choice trophies, long distance trophies, participant choice trophies, long distance trophies, people's choice trophies, restroom, ATM, 50-50 cash drawing, 406 East Trinity Avenue, Durham, North Carolina. 406 East Trinity Avenue, Durham, North Carolina. American Legion Post number 7. Yes, sir. American Legion Post number 7. 406 East Trinity Avenue, Durham, North Carolina. Participant choice trophy, long distance trophy, people's choice trophy. 406 East Trinity Avenue, Durham, North Carolina. May 31st, 2021. No, May 31st, 2025. 9 o'clock a.m. to 1 o'clock p.m. 406 East Trinity Avenue, Durham, North Carolina. American Legion Post number 7. 406 East Trinity Avenue, Durham, North Carolina. May 31st, 2025. 9 o'clock a.m. to 1 o'clock p.m. Come see us. Dash plaques to the first 100 participants. Dash plaques to the first 100 entries. Dash plaques to the first 100 entries. Come see us.